everyone, my name is Dani from Dani's Book Corner, and today I'm going to be bringing you my first ever review of a book on this channel. A single book and not doing like my best book of 2015 video, which was like kind of mini reviews of a bunch of books. So this is like the first full-on review of one single book. So I hope you really enjoy this because I'll probably continue to do these more often as I read more. Hopefully, because I've just been really behind on my Goodreads challenge this year. I'm just so bad with my reading. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, let's go into the review. The book that I will be reviewing in this video is Girl Against the Universe by Paula Stokes. Some of you that follow me on my Bookstagram might have seen that I post a lot of photos of this book on my Bookstagram, and actually on one of those photos, actually on multiple of those photos, the author Paula Stokes has commented because I told her I was going to be doing a video review of it, and she said, "Oh, that'd be awesome," because I'm really not really friends with many booktubers. So this is like the third time I've tried to film this video because my camera's not cooperating, my computer wasn't cooperating, so let's hope that this works this final time. Third time's a charm, right? I really enjoyed this book. I read it like a month ago, I think, because this is how many times I've tried trying to film this video, and I've been failing. I really enjoyed this book. I think it's such a beautiful story and a really great summer read. I believe I got it in my June Uppercase box, and I think if I had not been subscribed to Uppercase, I'm not sure I really would have picked this book up by myself because it is advertised as like a sports fiction kind of novel, but that's not really my thing. But it is kind of sports fiction, but that's not the main focus of the novel. So basically what this book is about is a girl named McGuire, and which I think that was a cool name, so shout out to the author because that's a cool name. What happens is that she's experienced a lot of things that have caused her to feel like she's unlucky, and she does a lot of these rituals to help herself cope. What started it all was that she was in a car crash in which her father, brother, and uncle all died, and she was the only one who survived with very minor injuries. What continued her to feel the sense that she is unlucky, and when she's around other people, like a big mass of other people, she causes them to be hurt, is when she was in a roller coaster car and it careened off the tracks, but she was the only one who had very minor injuries. Everyone else in the car had very serious injuries, had to go to the hospital. And the final thing that really convinced her that she was unlucky, which I think occurs a few weeks before the novel actually starts, was that she went out for a run and she left a candle burning on her windowsill, but when she came back she found that not her house was on fire but her neighbor's house was on fire, and she like freaked out, and that's when her mother decided to send her to a therapist because she was just freaking out and saying how, "Oh my gosh, this is my fault," and her mother and the firefighters were all really confused, and they're like, "Okay, we need to send you to a therapist. You're kind of freaking out right now." The first therapy session is right before she's about to start school, and this is actually the first time that McGuire is going to be actually going to school, because she would much prefer to be homeschooled, where she can just stay at home and just be in her own little world and not worry about hurting other people. And some things that she does when she is out and about in order to prevent other people from being hurt is she'll do these little 5-second checks kind of things. Like she'll turn around in like a 360 and check that no one's like near a fire or something, and they couldn't just like fall in and then, you know, something like that. And then she also does like a bunch of little good luck rituals, like knocking on wood and throwing salt over her shoulder and stuff like that. Because McGuire like kind of just holds up in her room by herself, she tends to like read a lot, and she doesn't really go out very much, and the only person that she really trusts to drive her is herself and her mother. And even that took her a very long time in order to reach the point where she could actually get in a car again because of the car accident she was in. At her first therapy session, McGuire sees this boy, and he's actually very nice, and he's about to go in after her, like remarks on her hair because it's like really big and poofy and thick and everything. They kind of form like an unlikely friendship because you wouldn't think that McGuire would like really bond with someone really quickly and end up having a very strong bond with this boy. And so that's very important as the story progresses, and they both really help each other grow. I love the character development of not only McGuire but of the boy, who will remain nameless because because it takes a couple chapters for you to figure out who he is. Because he is I'll just say that he's kind of like a celebrity figure, and McGuire doesn't know that, so to her he's just a normal guy who's being really nice to her. As she progresses going through her therapy challenges, she always sees the boy after she gets out, but her therapist is really really great guy and really understands her and understands that she needs to go and progress at her own pace, and it's really not him that's helping her. He kind of gives her the ideas to these small little challenges that she does in order to get closer to her final goal. And so, but he's not the one doing it. It's all her that does it on her own. She's the one that overcomes the challenge, and she just reports back to him, and they figure out together what her next step is. Maguire's final goal is to go to Ireland, where there's going to be a memorial service hosted by her grandmother for her uncle, father, and brother. Not only wants to do it for herself, but really for her mother and her family to get kind of some closure on what happened many years ago. Now, how this novel is kind of a sports fiction novel is that, as you can tell by the cover, Maguire likes to play tennis, and when she plays tennis, she's really focused on what she's doing at the present moment. She's really not doing 5-second checks or anything, and she's actually really good, as you will find out. Because of tennis, she makes a lot of new friends and makes a lot of new bonds, and I just love how really family, friendship, and actually even love relationships are really the center of this novel. The tennis really does help Maguire, but it's not the center of the novel. It's not really the center of her life, though it is very important. I really love the progression of the family relationships, especially with her stepfather, which in the beginning she's really not that close to at all, because her mother married him very soon after her father's death. So that's just kind of a weird timeline of events. She just doesn't feel like she can really get close to him because he's not her real father, and she just has that difficulty also of overcoming everything all these emotions that she's dealt with for so many years. I love the progression of their relationship and also the relationship with her mother, because her mother doesn't really understand what Maguire's feeling. Maguire hasn't told her that she's feeling unlucky, which she tells her therapist in the first session, and also the reader. But her mother doesn't really understand. She just knows that she has some feelings of all the 3 accidents that I mentioned earlier. She just knows that she has some feeling and that she somehow blames herself for all of those things. This book really just follows Maguire's journey to get her to her ultimate goal, which is going on a plane to get to Ireland, which she has never gone on a plane before. She has never really used public transit since the car accident. She's just been, like I said, she's just been alone in her room, not really doing much and everything. This book just follows her progression from being just going in a little hole to going out places and not having to worry about hurting other people. It doesn't show her progression, but it also shows the boys, and there's just so much character development and just such a really warm-hearted novel, and I feel like it's such a great novel, especially if you are in high school, or even though it takes place during the school year. I feel like it is still a really good summer read, because it does, in some respects, kind of feel summery, because I think it takes place mostly in the fall, if I'm not mistaken. There was just such enormous character development, and it's such a character-driven novel that I just love to see that in contemporary novels, and I just love it. This is probably one of my favorite books that I've read so far this year, hands down. I just love it so much. I really love the positive message that just puts on mental health, because that really is the center focus of this novel, is mental health and trying to overcome your own obstacles. So there's a lot of themes that can be taken out of this novel, and it's just so fantastic and positive and warm-hearted, and I just love it. And please go read this novel as soon as you can. Please just go to Barnes & Noble like right now and get it and read it, and we can talk about it, because that'd be great, because I need more people to read this so I can talk about it with them. Just a really eye-opening novel, and it's just so enjoyable, and I highly recommend you all to check it out. And if you don't think even if you think you might not like it, I guarantee there's something you're going to like in this book, probably. So yeah, so thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this, my very first review. If you enjoyed this video and want more reviews from me, please give this video a thumbs up, and please leave a comment down below if you've read this book or if you're planning to read this book after watching this video. And as always, all my social media links will be down below, so you can check all of those out, especially my bookstagram, which is going pretty strong. We're almost at 300 followers. That's the end of my video, and I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all later. Bye!